Hey guys and gals, it's your boy Trendell Ellen. We are back with our very first Warframe Beginner's Guide video. So, here we are. Welcome to Warframe. What is Warframe? There's a lot in that question. Hopefully, in this video guide that we are going to be starting now and continue on in the future, I will help you guys answer that and many more questions I don't doubt a lot of you might have about this game. I know me myself when I first started playing it, and 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 I'm one of those guys that I love watching YouTube videos. I love reading Reddit posts about games and doing research about games, especially when I do start to really get into them. And even I got overwhelmed for a bit there because there's so much in this game. That's why we're going to keep these videos hopefully a little bit short, a little bit concise, and to the point on a very general subject at hand that we're going to be talking about at that time. This video is just your introduction, your 101 class into Warframe for those people that barely just started. Maybe you haven't even played the game yet. You got friends that have talked about it. You ran across it, in Twitch, and you're just looking for more information. This is the video for you. So, what is Warframe? Warframe is a third-person shooter developed and published by a company called Digital Extremes. Came out in 2013. PS4, PS5, Xbox, PC, of course, Nintendo Switch, basically everything under the sun you can play this game. It is free to play. It does have a cash shop option. We're not even going to talk about that right now. That's a whole nother video altogether. But it is free to play. It is not pay to win or anything like that. But like I said, I don't want to get too much into the cash shop because that's a totally different beast right there. So, it's a third person shooter, but it's like and unlike any other game you might have played. If you've played Destiny 2, if you've played Anthem, if you've played The Division 2, you already kind of have a general idea of what you might be in for. And then Warframe takes it out into left field and totally goes off in a totally really cool direction. So you have the third person shooter aspect right here. And then if you've ever played anything like an MMO, like World of Warcraft, if you've played an ARPG like Diablo 3 or Path of Exile is a huge one. Path of Exile is definitely one of the things I first thought of when I started playing this game. There's that whole different thing right there because in this game, your Warframes, which is, think of the Guardians from Destiny 2 or your agents, you have like the different classes and stuff. They all have their own little abilities, which your Warframes are exactly that. There's different Warframes you can get. They all have their own little abilities that they can do. Think of that, but then you get all the customization that you find in MMOs. All the customization and like the builds that you can find in ARPGs and stuff like that. And then you throw that into the mix right there. And then, just to top it all off, Digital Extremes decides to throw in some card collecting mayhem. Think of Magic the Gathering or Pokemon, and there you go. And then you're like, Trandell, why are you talking about collectible card games? Because each and every single Warframe, all the gear, the weapons you get, the companions you use, those are customized by a system that they call mods. And here you go. And this is why I used a collectible card game example, because they kind of look like collectible cards that you would find in Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon or all this other stuff. These right here is what you will equip on your Warframe. These mods are what you will equip on your weapons, on your companions. And depending on which mods you use, you can have a completely different play style, a completely different build than somebody else. Like I could have a completely different Hydroid than my friend's Hydroid, depending on what mods I want to use, what areas I want to focus with in my build, depending on which weapons I like to use, which melee weapons I like to use, because again, these all have their own mods too that can customize and change abilities. You can have a totally different Hydroid than somebody else, which is absolutely amazing. Even though this is a third-person shooter, there is definitely a lot of focus about synchronization between your gear and your abilities. And the amount of creativity that Extremes gave us when they made this system basically allows an almost limitless um, set of options to find that perfect play style for us. So it's absolutely amazing. So basically, if PoE, Destiny 2, and Magic the Gathering had a three-way love child, you would get Warhammer. Um, and there's a lot here, guys. There really, really is. Just to give you a brief look of what all there is to do in this game. The one thing I will always suggest is whenever anybody's looking into a new game, always see if they have a wiki. Thankfully, we are super lucky. Again, like I said, the game's been out since 2013. The Warframe community is super dedicated. There's a lot here, guys. There is so much here. Depending on, and this is where the whole PoE Path of Exile thing comes in. Depending on what you want to do, there there's a mission type for you. You want to assassinate targets and find targets to assassinate, there's a mission. If you want to do a capture the flag type of mission where you keep enemies from holding certain points, there's a mission for you. If you want to be all super stealthy and just try to sneak around enemy bases to go on spy missions and break into vaults and hack systems, there's a mission for you. You can see right here, there's 24 different mission types. There's a mission for you. There is so much to do in this game. And that's just the mission types. There is an actual overarching storyline to this game. There is some really super deep lore. The storyline and the lore is really good in my book. I've already started really digging into it. I love some of the NPC characters. No spoilers, but Yuduko and Clem are two of my favorites, and I think you guys will fall in love with Clem too. He's adorable. Clem is one of my favorites. So if you're coming from that MMO type aspect where you've played a bunch of MMO games, I feel you right there. I've played World of Warcraft for over 10 years. I used to love the game. I love playing Guild Wars. I play a lot of Elder Scrolls. If you like doing quests, if you like having that world and that lore to dive into, you will definitely find a lot here to love in Warframe. And just to give you guys a quick look real fast about just how much there is in this game. Let me pull it up. So these are all the different Warframes right now. Again, this is an active live service game. Digital Streams is always adding stuff to it. There's a Warframe for you. If you want to just be a face tank and be able to survive anything, there's a Warframe for you. Again, my MMO buddies, if you're more of a support type and you want to play with your friends and be able to heal them and keep them alive, there is a Warframe for you. There's just so much here, guys. There really is. And like I said, future videos will take it piece by piece. So if there's anything that any of our newer players or newer members of the Warframe community might be interested in, let me know, and hopefully, maybe we'll focus on that in the future. Um, and just to give you all a little bit of a taste of just everything that you have to look forward to. This is how massive the game is. So, this is a basic planet that you would run into when you go around and you start playing the game. Each one of these little nodes is a different mission. Here's an interception mission. This is basically the capture the flag and hold it, tight mission that I was telling you about. Here's a mobile defense. You basically run around the map protecting different areas. You have, what's this? Here's a rescue mission, self-explanatory. You find an NPC, you rescue it, escort it out. This is the planet Jupiter. And welcome to the star chart, ladies and gentlemen. This game is huge. I've already sunk in 80 hours into it, and I haven't even scratched the surface. There's so much to do here, guys and gals. I absolutely love the game. I really do. I've already fallen in love with it. And especially since it's a free-to-play game, what more can you ask for? And that's about it. Welcome and congratulations for finishing, what is Warframe 101. Thank you for hanging around for our first and hopefully many future videos in our Warframe beginner's guide. Again, I'm going to try to keep this locked down to a specific subject at a time. So if there's anything you guys want to learn more about in the future that's more beginner based, please let me know in the comments, and hopefully, if there's something I see a lot of guys are interested in, or a lot of you guys and gals are having problems with, we will go ahead and make a video on that. As always, everybody, thank you. I appreciate you all. You guys make this fun. And I really do appreciate all the members of our families on Facebook and Twitch and here on YouTube and our Discord family. I appreciate you all. So as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and hopefully I will see you again here soon.